Welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning. Today I'm looking at the Miami Dolphins after they signed cornerback Jason McCourty to a 1-year deal. But before getting to that topic, question for those of you viewing: do you think the Miami Dolphins will make the playoffs in 2021? Comment down below and I'll reveal my answer at the end. Getting straight into the topic, this news broke out just a day or two after the Dolphins announced they're releasing a starting and captain safety in Bobby McCain. That was kind of a surprising move, but possibly Jason McCourty is his replacement. Obviously, we're talking about cornerback versus safety, but Jason McCourty getting up there in age, being 33, it's not unheard of for a cornerback to convert to a safety later in their career. Not saying that's the move or angle by any means, but it's just a possibility to keep in the back of the mind. I like this Dolphins team a lot all around, not just at the secondary, but Jason McCourty is joining quite a crew with Xavier Howard. Just led the league with 10 interceptions last year. That hasn't been done in over a decade. He's got Byron Jones as well, and they just drafted a pretty good safety out of the draft in Javon Holland. So this secondary is definitely one of the top tier ones in the NFL, and the pass rush isn't bad too. New rookie Jalen Phillips, just like Javon Holland, is joining a pretty good crew with Christian Wilkins and Emmanuel Ogbah. This Miami Dolphins defense is definitely one of the top ones in the NFL, no doubt. But doesn't mean Jason McCourty, I don't think he's going to make or break the Dolphins. I do think he's possibly a cherry on top to this defense. You know, he might get you an extra first down or get you an extra or prevent an extra first down or an extra stop, but I don't think he's going to be the guy that, you know, shuts down DK Metcalf or a Stephon Diggs or a Davante Adams. I don't think that's the play the Dolphins are aiming at by any means. And I even think Jason McCourty, I think it's agreed, even between him and his twin brother, Devin McCourty, he's the lesser of the two brothers, not to take anything away from Jason, but one stayed on the New England Patriots for a reason, that being Devin. And Jason, like I said, he's still a pretty good player, decent corner, but Dolphins didn't sign him to be the number one guy on his team. He might not even be the number 2 or 3. He could be the fourth guy just to fill in the depth chart and possibly help out these younger guys like Javon Holland. I don't know the exact angle by the Dolphins, but I know it's not him to be there as a number one corner, but could be a number 2, number 3, maybe a slot guy to help out Xavier Howard and Byron Jones, like I said. Taking a look at the offense, they're pretty set. You got Will Fuller in free agency. You got Jaylen Waddle in the NFL draft to help out Devontae Parker, Mike Gesicki, and all of a sudden you're looking at a very speedy and deep threat receiving core. Looking at the offensive line, you drafted Liam Eichenberg, a pretty good tackle out of Notre Dame. Tua Tagovailoa, he's got the weapons to work with. He's got the receiving core. He's got the protection. Backfield, debatable. I like Myles Gaskins. He's viable. He's not going to carry the Dolphins like a Derrick Henry by any means, but you're also not expecting him from that. I do wish they made it targeted a running back in the NFL draft, maybe a, Trey Sermon, for instance, or a Michael Carter. I think there were other guys out there they could have looked at, but like I said, Myles Gaskins will do. And Tua Tagovailoa, see what you want to say about him, if you think he's a bust or not. At the end of the day, he wins football games, and at the end of the day, you can't tell me he's not going to be better in his sophomore year than his rookie year. In his rookie year, he only got pretty much half a season, and the offensive line and receiving core he's going to have this next year is hell of a lot better than it was what he had last year. Not like he had nothing last year, but this year just getting a Will Fuller, Jaylen Waddle, an extra tackle, it's going to be a lot better. And just having more experience in the NFL, he's going to be a lot better. So on offense and on defense, this Dolphins team is looking very pretty. They did make a couple questionable moves. I was questioning why they released Kyle Van Noy earlier in the offseason, why they released Bobby McCain, but I'm not in the front office. I'm not the GM. I don't know what they're thinking. And the way the Dolphins have executed most trades, most of the offseason, most of the draft, most of free agency, I trust their process. They've been doing very good. The GM has been on fire lately, and I do think there's definitely an angle or a vision or perspective that I'm just not seeing on the Bobby McCain release. Could be definitely just to save some cap room, but like I said, a possible angle was Jason McCourty switching to safety. I don't think that's the angle or their ideal perspective here, but it is just a possibility to keep in the back of your mind. Like I said, I like this Dolphins team a lot, and I do have them possibly being a 5th, 6th, or 7th seed team in the playoffs in the wildcard round. I don't have them topping Josh Allen and the Bills just yet, but if Tua proves us all wrong and comes in to be a gunslinger, I'm not surprised. The roster can do it. The coaching staff can do it. I have a lot of faith in Brian Flores. The only question mark on this team is Tua Tagovailoa. I don't want to say he's holding them back, but if you had to say there was one thing holding them back, it will be Tua next year. The offensive line's got some help. Receiving core is finally there. Obviously, pending injuries, it's there. Like I said, Jaylen Waddle Will Fuller, Devontae Parker, and Mike Gesicki. And outside of that, there's still Preston Williams, there's still Albert Wilson, there's still Jakeem Grant. You know, those guys last year, like Wilson, Williams, and Grant, they were starters on that receiving core. And while I like these guys because they are hell of a good receivers when you consider them your number 4, number 5, and number 6 receivers, but last year when they're number 1, 2, 3, and 4, they're not starters, but depth chart, that's as good as a receiving core as it comes when it comes to a full depth chart of 5, 6 guys in that receiving core. I like it there. It's a great receiver room. Overall, it's a pretty big, good pickup by the Dolphins. Like I said, maybe another angle is he's coming for the New England Patriots. Maybe they're just looking for an edge over the Patriots. If he just knows one extra play, one extra stat, one extra statistic that could give them an edge over the Patriots and how they play football and how they play defense there, maybe they just want his knowledge and mentorship. Not saying, Jason McCourty's going to outsmart Bill Belichick, and he's not thinking that, but I just think they're signing an experienced guy to be a possible number 3 corner, a slot guy on this team, a guy that could just teach these young guys, Javon Holland, Jalen Phillips. Not that he's going to go pass rush, but still, I think he's more there for his mentorship and possibly pull off a deep playoff run. Not to say the Dolphins can't win a Super Bowl. Maybe they're looking for a Super Bowl run and a guy that has playoff experience. Not saying that was their angle. It's possible. I don't see the Dolphins making the Super Bowl this year, but anything is possible. I like the signing. I think it's a good move. It's not going to cost them much. There's a reward to risk ratio. You can't really lose much. You're not paying them $20 million by any means. So I do like the move. I think it was a great move. I'm not sure it was in play to replace Bobby McCain, but either way, if that did or did not happen, I like the move overall for the secondary, for the overall defense, for the offense. Great move and great management by the Dolphins. Excuse me. Like I said, I have them making the playoffs, but I do want to hear your guys' thoughts. 2 things. Of course, the question for the video, do you think the Dolphins will make the playoffs this year? AFC East, will they win it? Will they be a wild card? Whatever that is, or maybe they won't make it. I want to hear your thoughts there. And do you agree with the Jason McCourty move being a good move? I like it a lot. And I'm not surprised if this Dolphins team isn't done a free agent. There's still some running backs out there, Todd Gurley, Le'Veon Bell, to help out Myles Gaskins. Not saying they're going to be looking for a guy like that, but Todd Gurley's only looking for like $1 million for 1 year. I might sign him if I'm the Dolphins just to get some experience, get some possible touchdowns to help out that backfield. I think that's a possible good move or a good route to at least explore. Not saying they should. It's not a necessity, but if the price is right and you believe in one of the guys that are sitting out there, I'm at least making a phone call. So that is something I would consider if they're still shopping free agency like they were with McCourty. But who knows? We'll just have to see, and I'm excited to see them play the season. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. 2-1.